Meanwhile, another meanwhile.
Yes, meanwhile. Yes.
Back at the show.
And,
go ahead.
Don't forget, Del visits Jimmy, too, in the hospital. His dad visits him in the hospital. And he realizes Stanley double-crossed him, too.
Right.
And they make plans to buy the Freakshow from Elsa.
Yes.
So, when she leaves, supposedly for Hollywood.
And then also back at the show, Donna Myers, the courage and resolve of the freaks who live for the moment, and Bette is back to her natural brown.
Right.
And they both feel like they belong, so they look different.
Yeah.
Now, so.
Right. And they go out to find someone to deflower them.
Yes.
Which is like, okay. And in comes one of my favorite people, Chester, Neil Patrick Harris. I love that man. He is so great. I love
Neil Patrick Harris.
So she runs across Neil Patrick Harris as Chester.
Yes.
And he has a dummy, like him and his magic and his dummy. He dreams of performing his magic with his dummy named Marjorie. It's his buddy.
Yes. Yes. He used to be he was in the service.
Mm-hmm.
And he is pedaling as a way to calm himself after all of that.
Right, because he had a metal plate in his head.
Right.
Which causes him to hallucinate.
Yes, very badly.
Yes. He thinks Marjorie's alive. Okay.
And Marjorie is like the ugliest thing ever.
Yes. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm like, wow.
When he's alive,
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, so very bad.
Right. Yeah, and Elsie convinces Elsa. Elsa agrees to hire him to perform at the show, but only if he balances the books in return. So, interesting.
Yes.
Chester. Yeah, go ahead.
And Dot and Bette are both smitten with him, although he's picturing other women on their heads.
Oh yeah.
It's not.
He's not right.
No, he really isn't.
I can't figure out what Dot and Bette saw in him, but anyway, they sleep.
But it's Neil Patrick Harris.
Well, this is true.
That's what.
And they sleep with him. They seduce him and sleep with him. What a surprise. So there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those cute little chameleons that he had. They're just cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And after that, Del tells Elsa what happened to Jimmy. And they want to get Jimmy out of there. And
right.
As the cops are taking Jimmy back to prison, Eve throws a brick through the windshield, and she and Del kill both officers, and they rescue Jimmy. So he does get rescued. They kill the officers. Everybody's dying in this show. And meanwhile, back at the ranch, we have Dandy hires a private investigator, a gumshoe, to follow the twins, and finds out about Chester. Oh, here we go. Yep. And he confronts Chester after Marjorie goes missing, because he reveals that he knows what Chester did in his past. And here we go, flashback, reveals that Chester's wife Lucy had an affair with a woman named Alice. Right. And he murdered them both, his wife and her girlfriend. He murdered them both, believing that Marjorie committed the murders. So, yeah. So he convinces himself that Marjorie committed the murders, not him. He didn't do it.
Right. And he believes that he really believes this is true.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
how
he does.
Crazy he is.
Yeah, absolutely believes it. Yep. And then Dandy tells Chester where Marjorie is, and once finding her, she tells Chester that he needs to kill the twins. Okay. So Marjorie's telling Chester what to do. He needs to kill the twins. Maggie tells Elsa about Ma Petite's true fate. Desiree pulls a gun on Dell. Wants to know who he killed. And Dell confesses what he did. He's smothering Ma Petite. And Elsa shoots him in the head. So we got all these people with guns. We have Chester. Marjorie's telling Chester to murder the twins.
Yes.
And you got Dell, Desiree, and Elsa going on with guns. And that Desiree doesn't shoot him, but Elsa does. Shoots him right in the head. And I'm sorry, but he kind of deserved it.
Yeah, he did. But he did help break his son out of God knows what
yeah,
would
because he
happened
felt
to him.
guilty. Well, you know, if he'd have stopped it to start with, it would have never happened.
That's true.
Okay? If he'd have, not done that to Ma Petite and, confronted him and not did that, none of it would have happened.
He could have snapped Stanley like a twig.
You got that right. Yeah, so, I don't feel sorry for him. I think he deserved it. I think he deserved worse than being shot in the head, but that's me. I think that was too quick.
Yeah, you're right. It was. It was. Yeah.
After what he did to Ma Petite, that was just the most horrible thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
She was my favorite little.
She was so adorable, and she had
carrying around and that little voice.
That little voice, yes, I absolutely loved her. And for him to do that to her, it's like this big strong man. It's like, gee, you feel proud of yourself for doing that? Yeah, you deserve to die. Sorry.
I don't think he was really happy about doing it, though.
Well, then he shouldn't have done it. None of the rest would have happened.
You're right.
So.
You're right.
It all goes back to kind of him, if you think about it.
You're right. I'm not arguing.
Oh, I know you're not. But yeah, if you ask me.
I agree with you.
He finally tells Elsa about what happened, but it's like a little too late. That museum, oh my God, I just can't believe that. What a twist in this whole thing with that museum. I thought that was wow. But it was a neat twist to the whole show that year. Because, you have this, it's kind of on the side, but it's not, Right. So I thought that was, that museum was a little twist. Morbid curiosities.
A creepy.
Yeah. There you go. A creepy twist. Absolutely.
And did we talk about the first time that Chester deflowered the girls?
Yeah.
Did we talk about that?
Not in detail, but we did a little bit.
And how he said he was more comfortable having Marjorie there?
Uh-huh. Okay.
Did talk about that. Well, I guess I'm losing my mind.
No, we talked about him deflowering the twins, but not that Marjorie had to be there.
Yeah.
So
he felt more comfortable having Marjorie there, and boy, the twins just seemed unfazed about that. They didn't care.
I know. It was crazy.
Boy,
that just upped the creep factor in that. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Dandy was just so upset about that.
I know.
It was like, oh.
Yeah, Dandy.
I still didn't feel sorry for it.
No, absolutely not. Nope. Not
at all.
Nope. Okay, that kind of sums up that episode, Magical Thinking.
Let's see.
Anything else you have on that?
Oh, well, Elsa offered to sell Chester the show for $1,000.
Oh, yeah, that was that was before Dell came and told her what was going on, right? Was that before that? Before he reveals to Elsa what they did to Jimmy? Was that before that?
I think so.
Excuse me.
I think so.
I would think, because she wasn't going to, and then she finds out about Ma Petite. She wouldn't sell that to him anyway.
To Chester or what?
Yeah.
What?
She didn't sell it to Chester, did she?
I don't.
Yes.
Well, all I remember is as I'm trying to go through this.
Yeah. We find out in the next episode.
She comes up with the deal. He goes, and then Chester goes back to his trailer with the exciting news to tell Marjorie, and Marjorie's gone.
Yeah, we find out the next episode. Just a hint.
So,
yes, she sells it to him. Oh, yes, she does. We'll talk about more of that in the next episode. So, do you want to go on to the next one, or shall we break? Up to you. We got 2 more episodes.
Why don't we go ahead and go on to the next episode?
Okay.
How's that sound?
You got it. Hi, Jenny. Glad you're here.
Hi, Jenny. Welcome.
Yes, glad to see you.
So we only have 2 more episodes left?
Yes, 12 and 13.
And how long have we been going?
We got about 40 minutes before it's 2 hours. We're doing good.
Okay, you want to go on to the next episode then?
Sure.
And then save the rousing finale for end?
Yep, sounds good. Okay, in this
Showstoppers.
Episode, we find out Chester is the new owner of the Freakshow. Ugh! And the freaks hold a feast to welcome him. Why? I don't know. And she asked him to leave her and the troop alone. And Maggie reveals to Stanley that she told everything he's done, and outing him as a con artist and murderer. And they reveal the severed head of Morbid